Hi Ultimate Gardeners, welcome back to the Ultimate Gardening channel. My name is Emmanuel Arcet, known to be the Ultimate Gardener. Come join me in becoming an Ultimate Gardener day by day. So in today's exciting spotting video, I want to dedicate this video to Black Mould. And I know there's a whole bunch of different terms when it comes to this type of fungal disease, but a quick summary behind this fungal disease is that it comes through and it covers your leaves, especially when it comes to crepe myrtles. That's where you'll see it most. But I have a magnolia tree which is covered and doused in black mold, and so I know a lot of gardeners during this period of time is dealing with this situation. So I have a few ways that you should go upon when it comes to treating for black mold. There's different terms for black mold, which I'll pop up on the screen and in the description below for you guys to check out, but it's super easy to control. It's a very harmless fungal disease that comes through. It just makes your plant look very ugly, doesn't make it look presentable, and it could cause stress if it's at a high altitude and covering your entire plant. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what black mold looks like. Then we're gonna talk about the 3 ways you guys should go upon when it comes to treating this entire fungal disease. So Ultimate Gardeners, here I have my magnolia, which is covered in this black mold situation thing. And so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a leaf that I see that has it. So right here, you guys can see that there is this like very rustic black finish on the top of these glossy leaves. And if you go upon it and you just rub it and it comes off easily, that's when you know you have black mold. My tree is also dealing with mealybugs and a whole bunch of other insects, so while we're treating for the black mold, it'll also be treating for everything else. And if you take a closer look, you'll see that the difference between this branch is lighter than the branches right here. It's because the mold comes after the leaves and branches, and so you want to make sure you treat the entire thing. So now let's discuss upon way number 1 that you should do on how to treat this entire disease organically. So coming at number 1 has to be literally the most organic way you could go is getting a little bit of water and dish soap and cleaning your leaves top and bottom from this mold. It will wipe off very easily with a soft rag. You don't want anything rough touching those leaves because they'll mess it up. So if you want to go the most organic way possible and you have the time to do so, get yourself some water with a little bit of dish soap in it. Get yourself a soft rag and clean off the top and the bottom of those leaves thoroughly. And if you have on the branches as well, you could go ahead and scrub it a little bit more harder with the soft sponge, and you'll be able to remove the disease very easily and the most organic way. So that's way number 1. Way number 2 has to be disposing the entire leaves that are infected. Even if you have leaves that are healthy and green, you want to literally strip your tree or whatever plant you have bare and let it regrow again. And if you have it on the branches, make sure to go ahead and clean that off as well. Give it a good prune and don't permit the plant to grow new growth if it has any. Like this magnolia right here, if I wanted to go ahead and go through this way and completely discard all the leaves, I would have to go ahead and remove all the new growth buds so it could go ahead and focusing on combating the disease and growing back up again instead of focusing on growing these little new growth buds, because the thing is these could carry the mold too, and then you'll have another problem brewing. So make sure you don't permit them to do new growth while during the treatment, and completely clean off the tree of the leaves and dispose of them in the garbage. You don't want to mix them with your compost, and scrub off the branches so you don't have any fungal disease left over and spreading when you have new growth. Way number 3, which is my more preferable way, and that's how I did with this tree, because this tree looked way worse about 2 weeks ago. It was covered in this black mold. It wasn't even recognizable, the tree. And so I went ahead and I treated it with the Petra Tools Crop Defender. I sprayed it, I doused it on everything, and 2 weeks later, which brings us to the date now, most of the leaves have been cleaned off by the black mold on top. On the bottom, not so much, as well as in the branch, so I would have to make several treatments throughout this month. If you want to go ahead and use an organic solution for this treatment, I would recommend either the Crop Defender from Petra Tools or any neem oil you have laying around, because that will help your tree bounce back from this fungus disease, and you want your plant to look presentable and you'll be able to plant it out. This magnolia tree was actually planted out in the front, and we had to dig it up completely and go ahead and treat it separately so it doesn't affect any other plants. When you treat treat it, make sure you treat top and bottom of the leaves, the entire branches, and even the soil, because the fungus could be carried in the soil as well. So that is the third final way you could go ahead and combat this entire fungal disease. I know they're starting to brew a lot in South Florida on citrus trees, crepe myrtles, magnolias, roses. A whole bunch of different plants are getting affected by this fungal disease and could get very much spread throughout your entire garden if you don't treat it early on in stage. So make sure you stay vigilant with all these types of trees. I'll give a more defined list down below on the trees or plants you'll see this most commonly on, as well as the 3 ways with their time period, I believe, on when you guys should go ahead and treat it and which way is best for you. So that's gonna be it for this exciting sprouting video, you guys. Hopefully you guys found this video educational and informative. If you did, please leave a like down below, and while you're down there, please consider subscribing to support the Ultimate Gardening channel. And while you're down there as well, please leave me any comments down below on what you thought on this video, as well as any new video suggestions you would like me to do, and I'll gladly do them. Thank you all so much for watching this video. May God bless you and your family, and never forget to grow big, Ultimate Gardeners. Bye guys.